What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Predictions in the building. I'm going to be talking about the Frankie Edgar versus Pedro Munhoz fight night card, the full card, including the prelims. This is an awesome card, man. There's some really dope fights on this card. We lost some fights. We lost Yoel Romero, which I'm super sad about. I was so hyped to make a breakdown on that fight, but we didn't get it. The GOAT, Yoel Romero, could not fight. Don't know what happened. I don't know what the injury was, but you already know. Uncrowned champ, people's champ. I don't want to hear it. Don't at me. But, and we also lost Philip Rowe, who's going to make his UFC debut, and I was just super excited for that. I think they gave his guy a different fight, but I'm happy for him, so it is what it is. But we start off the card with an interesting fight for the prelims. I'm not sure if this is going to open the card. I think the guy that Philip Rowe was going to fight, Matthew Semelsberger, it might be opening the card, but I don't know. Tapology hasn't updated it yet, so it is what it is. But to open the card, we got Maki Pitolo versus Impa Kasangi. I think that's I'm saying the brother's name right. But Maki Pitolo, man, comes in 13-6 from Hawaii, age 29. A height of 5'10", a reach of 73. Impa comes in 7-0, undefeated. From Charlotte, I could have talked for a second. Charlotte, North Carolina, age 26, so he's a little younger. He's a little taller, up by 1 inch, of 5'11", compared to Maki, who's 5'10", and he is Maki has like a 0.5 reach advantage, but they're both 73. Maki's most recent win was against Charles Bird. Impa, his most recent win was against Anthony Adams. It's a great fight, man. For Maki Pitolo, he is coming off a loss to Darren Stewart. I was a little disappointed in Maki. I actually picked him. Man, I can't really say anything, but I think that was I guess that's 2 weeks ago, right? So when he fights Brubra Impa, it's gonna be 2 weeks ago, man. Maki Pitolo in the stand up he's really good, man. He puts a pressure on guys. This is at 185. I know a lot of people were asking Maki Pitolo to lower in weight, but I think that speed advantage. He just made a really dumb mistake, man. He made a dumb mistake going for a single leg when he had a clear, I felt like, striking advantage. I think no disrespect to Darren Stewart, he swings crazy. I'd call him a brawling Muay Thai fighter, if that's the best way to describe him. He'll throw that Muay Thai clinch out of nowhere at guys and just start swinging for the fences. But he's never showed that ability on the ground. So I don't get on Maki Pitolo's head for making that mistake. This guy's undefeated. This guy's really good, but Maki does have the what's it called? The experience over this guy. I will say that. And he's, been in those trenches. So I'm going to have to be going Maki Pitolo in this one. But this guy, Kid Impa, man, he's good, man. No disrespect to him. I've seen some of his highlights. He's a good fighter, man. Nothing against him. But I'm going to be going Maki Pitolo based on the experience. Next fight, we got Mark Striegl versus Timur Valiev. Mark is 18-2 from the Philippines, age 32, a height of 5'8". Timur is 16-2 from Moscow, Russia, age 30, height 5'6". I think they're both making their UFC debut. Mark's most recent win was against Dwight. Timur's most recent win was against Tagar Costa. These guys are really good though in the regional scene. Mark, his last loss was in 2015 via submission from Reese McLaren, and then same thing with Timur. His most recent what did I say, win, or I meant loss? If I said win, I meant loss. But Timur's most recent loss was against Chris Gutierrez in 2016 via split decision. Man, these guys are really good. But it's interesting, man. When I looked at their profiles, I assumed Mark was obviously the Muay Thai striker, and Timur Valiev, he looked like a Dagestani. I thought he was more of a wrestler, but it's actually the opposite. Mark is more of a grappler. A lot of his wins are subs at 1FC. He just takes guys down and submits them, and Timur is more of a striker. So this is an interesting fight. From what I've seen, this is going to be a really, really good one. I think this is one to check out, guys. I think this is high level. These kids are really, really good. I shouldn't be calling them kids. They're way older than me. They're both 30, but they're in their prime. Fuck, man, it's a hard one. I'm gonna go Mark. I think Mark's gonna go. I think Timur has really good striking, but I think Mark's ability to take it to the ground and submit guys is just high level. But this is a pick'em in my opinion. This is a pick'em. So, yeah. Next fight, Matthew Semelsberger versus Carlton minus. Matthew comes in 6-2, fights out of Maryland, age 27, height 6'1". Carlton comes in at 10-1, fights out of Alaska, age 27, a height of 5'10". Matthew's most recent win was against Richard Pishnak. Carlton's most recent win was against Scott Elias via decision. Matthew's most recent loss was against Jerome Featherstone. Cool last name, by the way. Via KO. And Carlton's minus. Is it minus or minus? I'm not sure. Last loss was against Rick Story in the PFL via sub. Now, ain't no shame in that. I saw the fight with Carlton and Rick Story. That Rick Story, hey man, he was a former guy ranked in the UFC. Has a really good wrestling game, and he's a really good fighter. Matthew Semelsberger is a tough guy, man. I know a lot of people are going with Carlton Minnis, I guess based on what's it called? I don't know. Experience maybe? I don't know. But Matthew Semelsberger is a tough guy, man. I saw his win against I think was it Richard Pishnak. Man, that kid was losing the first fucking minutes of that round, that first round, and he was getting destroyed in the clinch against this kid Richard, man, and he came back and fucking put it on Richard and gave him a taste of his own fucking medicine and put him on the clinch and fucking destroyed him and made him quit on the stool. This guy's really, really good. I don't know who I'm going to be going with. I don't know about this Carlton kid. But if Matthew can put him against the fence and clinch him up, I think he could beat him. But I'm going to go with the crowd here. I'm going to go Carlton. I'm going to regret this, I feel like. But next fight, we got Austin Hubbard versus Joe Solecki. Let me go up. Yeah, this is a good fight. Austin Hubbard comes in as 12-4. From fights out of Denver, Colorado, I think. What are they called? I forgot the gym. What they're called. Oh man, I forgot what they're called, man. Justin Gaethje trains out of there. Curtis Blades trains out of there. I think Dominic Reyes does some work there. I forgot, what are they called? Inflation? Not inflation. Oh man. I forgot what they're called. But age 28, 5'10", of reach of 71. Joseph Lake is 9-2. Wilmington. He fights out of Wilmington. Age 26, height 5'9", a reach of 70. Most recent win for Austin Hubbard was against Mash Horshoff, who just got released by the UFC, by the way. He made that boy quit on the stool. I shouldn't be joking around about that. Just like the most recent win was against Matt Women. Austin Hubbard's most recent loss was against Mark Madison. No shame in that. Mark Madison's one of the best guys in the game. Joseph lost to Nicholas. I didn't say his last name. Via first round KO in 2018. I know a lot of people are high on this Solecki kid. I saw a lot of tape on him. He's really good on the ground. Awesome jiu-jitsu. But Austin Hubbard, we've seen what he's done to grapplers, man. Like, I know he just lost. He had a dominant win against Mash Horshoff, but his most recent loss was to Mark Madison. He was not put in there to beat Mark Madison. Mark Madison's a silver medalist in freestyle wrestling in the Olympics and is a world champion in Greco-Roman wrestling. I understand a lot of people aren't high into freestyle wrestling and Greco wrestling in MMA. They don't think it translates well. They think a lot of people think folk style wrestling translates better. If you don't know what folk style wrestling is, it's the wrestling we do in America. You see it in the high school system. and the college system. So it's in folk style, I guess the biggest difference in folk style and freestyle is that you can't hold your hands together when you have the person on the ground. When you're both on the ground, so you can't like go like this while you guys are both on the ground in folk style wrestling, and in freestyle wrestling you can do that. But folk style, there's more of a incentive for control than freestyle. If you guys both are on the ground, it's like for 3 seconds and they'll tell you to get up. But I think that's why people prefer freestyle wrestling, or it's more entertaining, because it's more about the takedowns and the throws, and it's on the Olympic level, so you have to kind of respect it. That's why I respect it. But yeah, that's why you see guys like Yoel Romero don't really have great control, but they have great takedowns. They can get you down, but you get right back up, because their control isn't that great. But they're wrestling, and their takedowns and the technique is there. But Austin Hubbard gave Mark Madison a run for his fucking money. He got thrown around a lot in the first 2 rounds, but he was piecing up Mark Madison up. And I call Austin Hubbard the fucking wrestler killer after what he did to Max Horskopf, man. And this Solecki kid is another grappler. I don't know why they're giving him all to Austin Hubbard, but he puts it on him. Austin Hubbard trains with guys like Curtis Blades. When you have a guy like Curtis Blades in your corner, even though I think Curtis Blades is a bum, but a lot of people think he's good. So I'll keep that opinion to myself. When you got a guy like that, a decent wrestler, JUCO, Division III community college wrestler at a high level, you have him in your corner. He's a dangerous guy. I know a lot of people are going with this kid. I think they're going with him via sub. I don't agree. I don't think Austin Hubbard has more experience, and he fucking deals with guys like you for breakfast, man. His stand-up is not the greatest in the world. I don't think it's the best stand-up in the world. He's just an average Muay Thai fighter, I'd say. But he puts it on you, has good pace, and doesn't get tired, has really good cardio. So I'm going to be going Austin Hubbard on that one. Next fight, heavyweight, Jorge Gonzalez versus Ian Vanilov. Jorge comes in 16-4, fights out of Mexico, age 36, height of 6 foot tall, a reach of 76. Ian 16-10, fights out of Houston, Texas, age 36, height 6'1", and a reach of 73. So Jorge has the reach advantage. Most recent win for Jorge is against Marcos Rodriguez. Most recent win for Ian is Rashad Coulter. Most recent loss for Jorge Gonzalez was Narun Nasratov, and Ian's most recent loss was against Chase Herman. We've seen that. That Chase Herman performance was beautiful. This is another tough one. My heart going against my brain. I do not like Jorge Gonzalez, man. I've seen a lot of tape on him. He's a dirty fucking fighter. I've seen tape of him beating up on somebody. He knocked the guy out, and he keeps beating up on him, and the ref has to fucking wrestle him and tell him to stop. But I don't have the faith. I don't know if I'm saying the kid's name right, but I'm going to call him Ian, or Ian Vanilov, or whatever how you say the kid's name. I shouldn't be calling him because he's way older than me. But he got destroyed by Chase Sherman. But I'm hoping to God he fucking puts a hole in this guy, Jorge Gonzalez's fucking face. The guy's not a good person, I don't think. He doesn't show it in the octagon, at least. But I'm going to be going Jorge Gonzalez on this, just based on performance. He looks like he's really good boxing, has a lot of power, but, man, he's a piece of shit if I ever seen one. But it is what it is with that. Next fight, Dwight Grant versus Jared Gooden. Dwight Grant comes in 10-2, fights out of New York City. I'm pretty sure he fights with AKA. I don't know if he fights with them anymore, but last time I checked, I seen Javier Mendez in his quarter, so I'm not sure about that. And AKA is in San Jose, California, so you can tell where I'm like, well, I don't know about that. But Dwight has a height of 6'1", reach to 76. Jared Gooden, 17-4, fights out of Atlanta, Georgia. Age 26, height 6 foot, a reach of 76. So they got the same reach. Dwight Grant's most recent win was against Alan Jouban on the 236 card, the Destinport and Max Holloway card, if you don't know which one that is. Jared Gooden's most recent win was against Trent McCown, making his UFC debut. Their most recent loss, Dwight, was against Zach Alda. It was a split decision. And Jared Gooden's most recent loss was against Bruno Oliveira. I'm pretty sure he got stopped in that fight. Dwight Grant's a good fighter, man, but he is super inactive. I don't know what happened. I think he got injured. He didn't look the best against Alan Jouban, but he looked pretty good. And I thought that fight was iffy. You know, it was like they both didn't do a lot. So it is what it is with that one. I wasn't too mad at anyone if they felt like, you know, one guy got robbed. But, you know, it is what it is. Dwight's really good, man. Dwight's really, really good. He showed in his Contender Series, victory. We knocked the guy out. Like, the kid has power. I'm going to be going Dwight Grant on that one, if I'm being honest. And I think he's going to win it. Next fight. Marcin Prachnio, I think that's how you say his name, versus Mike Rodriguez. Marcin's coming in 13-4 from Amsterdam, age 32, height 6'4". Mike Rodriguez is coming in 10-4 from Massachusetts, age 31, height 6'3", a reach of 82. Yeah, they did not give Marcin his reach number, so I'm not sure what his reach is. Marcin's last win was against Gilbert Gavillo, and Mark Rodriguez's most recent one was against Adam Misled. Marcin's most recent loss was against Magid Ankalaev. That's no shame in having a loss to that. And Mark Rodriguez's most recent loss was against Dungen Jok. I'm gonna have to be going Mark Rodriguez in this one. I haven't been too impressed with Marcin. His performances, he hasn't been looking too good. Mark Rodriguez seems like he's on the upswing, so I'm gonna be going on Mike Rodriguez. Next fight, Daniel Rodriguez. Oh, this is a great one. Daniel Rodriguez versus Takashi Sato. This is gonna be a barn burner. This might be fight of the night, or I forgot what the other fight I was saying might be fight of the night. But this is gonna be a good fight. Check this fight out. Daniel Rodriguez comes in 12-1 from fights out of California, age 30, height of 5'10", reach 73. Is it? Are these right? I don't know. These might be wrong. These might be switched up. Takashi Sato, 16-3. Trains out of Fort Lauderdale. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a hard knocks. I don't know. These stats are. I don't know Tapology. I don't know about you anymore. Age 33. Height 6'1", reach 74. I don't know. This is Dan Rodriguez is coming off a most recent win of Jason Witt, and Takashi Sato is coming off a recent win of Gabe Green. I'm not sure if these are right, man, but I know Dan Rodriguez destroyed Tim Means, man. That was an awesome performance. And Takashi Sato, his last victory, man, he knocked that boy out. So this is going to be a barn burner. Takashi Sato's last loss was against Bilal Muhammad. He got rear naked choke, I think. So it's not Bilal Muhammad is a good fighter. I think Bilal was ranked a few years ago. Dan Rodriguez's last loss was to Victor Rene via split decision in 2017. Man, this is a hard fight for me to pick. In the striking, man, the evolution of Dan Rodriguez's game. If you look at tape, man, that kid has evolved from more of a brawler to jiu-jitsu practice, like a guy with good boxing with some decent jiu-jitsu. Now he's added some really good Muay Thai clinches. He's really good on the feet, and his jiu-jitsu is really, really good too. 10th Planet, I think, guy with Eddie Bravo. I'm going to have to be going Daniel Rodriguez. I think Daniel Rodriguez has more tools. Takashi Sato is super dangerous. His striking is really, really good, so we can't doubt him too much. But, yeah, I'm going to be going Daniel Rodriguez. But I could be wrong on this one. Takashi Sato could surprise the world with a really good knockout. Next fight. Mizuki Inoue versus Amanda Lemos. Mizuki is coming in 14-5. Fights out of Japan, age 26, height 5'3", reach 64. Amanda Lemos is 7-1. From Preux, Brazil. age 33, a height of 5'4", reached 65. Mizuno, most recent win was against Yan Wu. Amanda Lemos, most recent win was against Marina Granger. Mizuki's most recent loss was a Verena Genope. Hey, Verena is a good young girl, so there ain't no shame in that. Amanda Loomis' most recent loss was against Leslie Smith. This is a hard fight for me to pick because I don't think both girls are that good. But I'm gonna be going. I might be punching myself in the head for this one, but I might be going Mizuki Inoue with that one. Next fight. Angela Hill versus Michelle Waterson. I'm actually surprised this wasn't the co-main event, guys. I was like, what? But yeah, man, this is surprising to me. Angela Hill, number 8 strawweight in the world, 17-8. That's a crazy record for her, but I don't think that record describes her well. It's almost like a Jeremy Stevens thing. Michelle Waterson, number 13 strawweight in the world, 12. Oh my God, another one. I didn't even think Michelle lost that many times. I'm surprised. Man, who did Michelle? I think she I know she lost to. That's insanity. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to, it was Rose, right? Joanna. Man, I didn't. God damn, Michelle, I didn't know that. Who else did she be? And she. Oh well, okay, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Angela fights in New York City. Michelle Waterson fights at New Mexico. Both 34. Both 5'3". Michelle Waterson has a reach of 62. Angela has a reach of 64. Michelle Waterson's coming off a win over Carolina Kovacic. That would have meant something 3 years ago, but oh my God! After seeing Carolina's last fight, I think I'm done giving people credit for beating her. Angela Hill's coming off a win over Loma Lukbuni. I think that was on the Dan Hooker, Paul Felder card. She looked good in that. And she also beat Hannah Cyphers too right after that with some vicious elbows. But yeah, and she's, the thing with Angela, she's super active, but she's coming off a controversial loss to Claudia Gadelha, and Michelle Waterson's also coming off I don't know if it was too controversial, but I know some people thought she won to Carla Esparza. Now, with Angela Hill and Claudia Gadelha, I think anyone can be fucking pissed off about that one. Yeah, I don't think it was clear it was a close fight, but I think Angela Hill should have won that. Michelle Waterson and Carla Esparza did fucking nothing. I think they should have fucking they should have both gave them a fucking loss and took their fucking checks away. But it is what it is. Both girls are good. I know a lot of people are riding with Angela Hill on this one. And I would too. But I don't know about her takedown. I still don't know about her takedown defense. That's just the biggest hole in her game, I feel like. And I feel like Claudia Gadelha has degraded a lot. I don't like using that word degraded. I don't like saying fighters are degraded because I feel like you're taking credit from the guy that beat them. But I've seen it. Claudia's really fallen. She's not the same girl that contended for a title. Or maybe these girls are figuring her out. I don't know. I was shocked when she lost to Nina Ansarov, Manny Nunez's wife. I was like, what the? I was like, you look. I'm scared. Man, imagine what Tatiana Suarez would do to Claudia Gadelha right now. Think about that. And we saw I know Tatiana's been out for a minute, but we saw what Tatiana did to Carla Esparza, and Carla Esparza had a competitive fight with Claudia Gadelha. Claudia might be done. Man, she might lose to that Asian girl she's supposed to fight, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's I don't think Angela Hill 3 fights ago was not getting. I think ever since she got on that Rogan podcast, people are like, oh man, Angela Hill's changing. I think her striking's getting better. I think she's getting smoother, but she still has that hole in her game. And I think Michelle Waterson. I know a lot of people. Oh man, I might. Fuck. I don't know if I want to go. I don't. And I seen on Angela Hill's Twitter, she was talking shit. She was hitting pads, and she was like, "Get ready, bitch," or some shit like that. So I might be going, fuck. I might be going. I'm going to be going Michelle Waterson just based on the wrestling advantage, and I don't think Angela Hill has a great striking advantage. I think they're pretty even on that one. Next fight, Mira Opovich versus Shane Dobson. Did I say Mira? Mary. I mean Mary. Mary is 9-1. Fights out of Florida. Age 23. A height of 5'6". A reach of 68. Shayna's 3-4. Washington D.C. Age 31. Height of 5'6". A reach of 69. Oh my God. Mary. Oh, dude, I know this girl. Oh my God, this was the girl that murdered Hannah Cyphers. Whew. Yeah, her most recent one was against Hannah Cyphers. Shana Dobson was her last win was against Ariel Beck in 2017. Oh my God. Her most recent loss was against Tracy Cortez. And Shana Dobson, her last loss was against Preux Kohara by KO. And this girl's, I guess, on a 3-fight losing streak. I'm going to be going Mary Opova. I tried to find tape on Shana Dobson. I couldn't find a lot of tape on her. Apparently, she's not that... I don't know if there's... I've never seen... like in MMA, I feel like you really can't say there's an easy fight because anyone could beat you. You know, Jesse Ronson, Nicholas Dalby, by example. I think I said, man, this is going to be the easiest fight of Nicholas Dalby's career. And then Jesse Ronson knocks him out. But I think Mary can win this fight. The way she destroyed Hannah Cyphers was fucking brutal. Next fight, co-main event. Ovince St. Preux versus Alonzo Menifield. I know I said I'll give you guys 2 breakdowns, but I didn't really feel like breaking down that fight, if I'm being honest. Nothing against those guys, but let me pull their records up. Let me find it. Yeah. Yep. Ovince St. Preux, 24-14. Fights out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Age 37. 6'3". Reach of 80. Alonzo Menifield, 9-1. Fights out of Texas. Age 32. 6 foot tall. 76 reach. Both guys are coming off losses. This is off the top of my head, obviously. I already know. Alonzo Menifield's coming off a loss to Devin Clark. Luckily, I picked Devin Clark. I was so scared for Devin. I thought he was gonna KO him. That fight was kind of hard for me to judge because what do you go with? Heart? Well, I don't know. Devin Clark, I guess, was putting more volume. I guess you could give him volume over damage because man, it looked like he was really hurting Devin. But I don't know. I don't know how you guys rate control time on the cage. Do you guys rate it at all? Because Juan Bolchevich and Jacare Souza had a fight, and they gave it to Juan Bolchevich. And I remember I was talking to my friend, and he was like, well, Jacare had him against the cage, but he didn't take him down once. And I'm pretty sure I don't think Devin Clark took down Alonzo. I think he just had him against the cage the whole entire fight. So I don't know. This is a great fucking fight. I love it. Alonzo Menifield, I will always be grateful for murdering Paul Craig. I will always be grateful for that shit. You are the GOAT. I will respect. Because I fucking hate Paul Craig, man. Paul Craig comes in the face-offs like he's a murderer or something, like he's going to murder you. But he fights and fucking pulls guard. Now, nothing against jiu-jitsu. I roll. I like to do jiu-jitsu. I love it. It's fun. But I feel like that's some bitch shit. I feel like you talk all that mess in the face-off and then you pull guard. Okay. But he does catch guys. But I was so happy when Alonzo fucking cracked him on the goddamn noggin, man. So, it is what it is. I don't know, man. This is going to be some experience versus youth, in my opinion. I think Alonzo should have the explosive edge. I just don't know if he has the gas tank. Ovince St. Preux doesn't really have a gas tank, but he's been there more times than Alonzo. So, and Alonzo's coming off a loss. I just don't know what does OSP want it. You know, how bad does he want it? You know, he's been at the top of the sport. He fought John Jones for an interim title. I know some people are like, what? But he was a top 5 ranked guy. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide. I'm gonna go Alonzo Menifield, and I'm gonna regret it. I know I'm gonna regret it too. I could see Ovince St. Preux fucking Villanueva. Like, I remember who was the kid he fought. I forgot the kid's name. Fuck, man, but it was on the Jack Hermanson, Jared Cannonier card, and that kid was lighting him up to the body. He was destroying OSP. He made him look like a bum. I was like, ah. And this kid doesn't even look like he should be a light heavyweight, by the way, right? So, and he was destroying him. His boxing looked so crisp, but OSP took him down, and then got that Villanueva choke. I can literally see him doing that, and I could literally see that fight going that way. But I'm gonna go Alonzo, and I know I'm gonna regret that. I'm gonna be so salty about it too. Next fight, I broke this down, so go check that out. So I'm gonna keep it quick. Pedro Munhoz versus Frankie Edgar. Pedro, number 5 bantamweight in the world, 18-4. Frankie, number 8 featherweight in the world, 23-8. Pedro's from Florida. Frankie's from New Jersey. Pedro's 33. Fuck, man, Frankie's 38. God damn. Shit, this shocks me when I see this shit. Pedro's 5'6". Same height with Frankie. Only big difference is the reach. Pedro has 65 and Frankie has a 72 reach. So Frankie has the reach advantage. Notable wins for Pedro: Cody Garbrandt, Rothfont, Brian Carey. Notable ones for Frankie that I got. I usually pick 3 when I do these main events. Chad Mendes, Yair Rodriguez, and BJ Penn. The reason I put BJ Penn is just the timing he did it. He beat him when he had the belt. BJ, when I was growing up, man, he was the guy. So seeing him getting knocked out in street fights, it hurts me, but it is what it is. He's still an all-time great. You can't take away the victories, and I would say disregard the losses, right now in his career. But their most recent losses, Pedro took an L to Aljamain Sterling in a number 1 contender basically fight. In my opinion, it should have been that. And then Frankie's coming off a knockout loss to Korean Zombie. If you're betting on this fight, go with Pedro. There's so many ways for Pedro to win. He can get the guillotine if Frankie tries to sub him, because Pedro has really good submission skills. He could knock him out too. Frankie has better boxing than Pedro, but Frankie, man, it's a speed thing, So, Pedro can expose him in that regard. So if I was telling you to bet, go Pedro. But Frankie's my boy, man. I grew up with those Gray Maynard fights, man. Frankie is a real Rocky to me. That kid lives, he spits in the goddamn bucket and, gets it in another round. He just lives that kind of attitude. I will never give up. And I love Frankie, man. So I'm going to be going with Frankie. Again, head versus heart. Don't listen to me with this one. This was completely emotional. So if you go with Pedro, I understand it. You're literally going with the basis of, he can clip him. I still think Frankie has better boxing. I think if Frankie believed in his jab and just timed in certain takedowns, he can edge in a decision. But it's like the Ben Askren and Damian Maia thing. It's like, man, how long can you do that style before you get caught? Like people were going with I think Ben Askren. I'm like, yeah, he can dominate him in the wrestling, but how long can he do that before he gets caught in a submission? Same thing with Frankie. He can go for a takedown, but how long does it take for him to get caught? So it is what it is with that. That's it for me. Go follow my Twitter. Go follow my Instagram that I made for this channel, where you guys can get quicker updates or quicker notifications when I upload a video. And yeah, that's it, man. This video is going to be super long, but I hope you guys enjoy. This might be an hour. I don't know. But all right, see y'all. And like and comment, subscribe. I want to hear you guys talk. I want to hear you guys who you guys are going with. I want to hear you guys say, "Oh, you're stupid" or whatever. Say whatever you want. I don't take away comments. If they do get taken away, they're probably YouTube. I got thick skin. So yeah, see y'all.